Now, in just 3 years, my next guest has made the leap from virtual unknown to Hollywood leading man. This year alone, he's appeared in 4 films, including his latest, the much-acclaimed Atonement. It's about the tragic consequences of a man done a terrible wrong. And this is how the story begins.
Let me help with that.
No, I'm all right, thanks.
Take the flowers.
I'm all right.
Take the flowers.
I'm all right. You idiot. You realise that's probably the most valuable thing we own?
Not anymore, it isn't. Careful!
What's a chap to do? Ladies and gentlemen, James McAvoy. Well, congratulations on the critical acclaim for that film, for Atonement.
Thank you.
Do you know you got a good one when you read the script?
I think you do. I think you read it, and this particular one, I just felt that Christopher Hampton had written the most beautiful screenplay that I'd ever read in my life. Yeah. And with Joe Wright,
the director,
directing it, and Keira Knightley acting it, I thought it had the potential, at least, to be something very special, you know?
I was a lad from Chapel, get an accent like Trevor Howard in Brief Encounter.
Really good. You watched Trevor Howard in Brief Encounter 5,100 million times.
Is that what you did?
I did watch it a hell of a lot, but, you know, like, for the last... I've been doing this like 7 years, and I think it's only in the last couple of years that people have actually recognised the fact that I'm Scottish. Most of the work I've had has always been playing Englishmen or
But that's a specific accent. I mean, that's 35.
Oh, no, I know.
30's Britain, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
in landed gentry.
Yeah.
There's that terrible sort of drawl.
Yeah, very tight. Very tight,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I couldn't possibly do
I said there, setting it up, that you know, it's a story of a man done a terrible wrong, basically. So take the story from there. So your part, the central character of yours. I mean, explain what happens.
Basically, he's a gardener who is very much in love with the eldest daughter of the house that he works in, and has been friends with his entire life. And he is told his entire life that class won't keep him back, that he can become a doctor if he wants to, because the father of the house puts him through university and all these kind of things. And he's told that his entire life. And then one day, someone comes along who's a 12-year-old girl who misconstrues a gesture between myself and Keira's character, the scene you just saw, actually. And she misconstrues a gesture and basically tells him the world is not that way, and the world will keep you back because of your class. And by the way, you have to go away now. You have to go away and never come back. Yes. And it's horrible what happens to him. Yes. I find it absolutely gut-wrenching what happens to him, but yet that's strangely beautiful to watch.
But in a sense, of course, the boy's in no man's land, isn't he?
Yeah,
you know,
the world isn't ready for him yet.
No.
10 years' time, the world will be ready for someone like him.
Yes.
But not yet, not in 1935.
The director, of course, I mean, picked you for the part, much of anything, so I've read, that because of your background, because your working-class background kind of fitted that notion of the hero of the film.
I think so, yeah. When he first met me, he said, "How does it feel?" And I went, "What?" And he said, you know, how things are going for you in your career. Basically saying things are going nicely. Is he scared? And I think he was asking me that because it was a similar kind of situation that Robbie Turner, my character, is in, you know. Things are going incredibly well for him, better than he could ever have expected. And yet he's so open and so vulnerable to attack that I don't think he notices it. I don't think he knows what peril he's in. And I think with all the kind of self-searching and inward-looking that we do nowadays, and self-doubting that I certainly do, that I'm not like that. I'm not open and vulnerable to attack. I'm very much waiting for it, you know. And
You're waiting for someone to pull the rug, are you?
yeah, totally. For a long time, I was really waiting for somebody to come along and go,
You can't believe it.
"You've been very lucky till now, but the game's a bogey, mate. Cheerio."
No, that won't happen for a while, I'll tell you. Let's have a look at another scene. Halfway through the film, it changes, and it changes from this glorious English countryside, this country house. It changes to war, and it changes to the retreat of the British Army from Europe, Dunkirk. And you're there as a private soldier, for reasons we won't go into. Joe Wright, the director, has an extraordinary sequence in the middle of this retreat where he actually, for about 4 or 5 minutes, with a sort of single shot, he encompasses his vision of what it might have been like, all right? And this is part of that sequence.